Hi everyone and welcome to Stamp with Angela. I'm Angela Palmer and I'm looking forward to sharing some stamping and crafting with you today. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you being here, whether you're watching this live, watching the recording later on Facebook, or watching this on YouTube. Thank you. So please feel free to comment as we go or comment later, ask questions. I'll do my best to answer either during it or afterwards. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please, if you enjoyed it, like the video and feel free to subscribe to my channel so you'll be kept up to date with other videos too. I do my Facebook Lives each Thursday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. New Zealand time. So if you're able to make it live, I appreciate you being here. Today I'm going to be sharing a card with you that uses the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. So this is something that is found in the September to December mini catalogue. It's a set of masks and it's a very cool set. There's 4 masks that help complete a flower image and there's 3 others that do like a background. And last week I shared a card using the flowers and today I'm going to use one of the background masks to show you some possibilities with that. So I hope it gives you lots of ideas. If you missed out on seeing the flowers last time, then you can check it out. Look through my videos on Facebook. Just click on the videos tab and you'll see previous videos, or on on YouTube, you'll be able to look through my videos as well. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. I enjoy being able to share these things with you, and I hope you learn some tips and things that inspires you and gives you some ideas with your crafting as well. Now, if you've got any questions, about getting these products or anything like that, then please get in touch with me and I'd be happy to share how you can go about that. Now, these masks have been very popular. They are on the low inventory list at the moment. This is on the 19th of October. So if you are keen to get some yourself, get in quick before they're gone. There will be more coming, but rather than have to wait. All right, so enough of me talking. Let's turn the camera around to my desk and we will get, I can't really say stamping, there's not too much stamping today, just a little bit, but let's do some crafting. All right, here we go. So here is today's card. I've got 2 variations of it. So as I mentioned, I'm using one of the masks and I'll show you the set of masks soon so you can see them as well. This is using the leaves and I've used sort of 3 different colors there to sort of get that effect with the color sort of changing down. So you've got this sort of simple cleaner look here where I've masked it, colored it, and then I have put my sentiment on a circle and then added my twine as well. This one here, and of course some bling. This one here, I don't know if you can see the texture. After I masked it, I've also embossed it. And I've did a bit of sponging around the image too. So which do you like? They're both quite nice, different in different ways. So yeah, you can help me decide how we're going to do it today. I'm thinking I actually quite like the cleaner look without the sponging, but maybe the embossing. But anyway, let's see how we go. And you can help me as we put this together. So let me show you the masks. So there is a set of, 7 masks. So we've got these. These are what I used last week. So these first 4 are the ones to make the flower and the different steps. And they all fit together and they've got a notch at the top so that you can line them up when you're doing them. There's something sticky there, so they're not stacking up. There we go. Now they're stacking up. So if you want to find out how to use these ones, check out last week's video. The other masks that we've got are these. I don't know if they're a bit hard to see when the white on white. So this is what we're going to use today, the leaves one, but there's also snowflakes, so great if you're wanting something Christmassy, and then this houndstooth one too. So they are not quite as wide as the sunflower ones, but that's fine. This masks all the area around it, which is great. And this is basically what you need for a background. All right. So there's lots of different ways you can use this because there's the flowers, which you can make the focal point of a card. And then there's these ones that you can use like as a background too. So I am going to put some grid paper down because I'm going to do sponging and probably get it in places I don't want. Now the big trick to this one is actually knowing which way it goes and which way up. But I think the leaves are kind of turned around different ways. So I don't know if there's a right or wrong. If you've got this and there's some tips on that one, then do let me know how we know which is the right way. With these ones, there's a notch and a number we can see. With this one, it's harder to know, but there you go. Let's try that way. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of tape down to hold my paper, whoops, that's definitely sticky, in place. So we'll put that one, it's got a bit of ink on that side. So let's put like there. So now it can't move. Then I'm going to lie this over the top. So my piece underneath in centimetres is 9.5 by 13.8. And I want to make sure I'm kind of covering the whole thing. And I'm going to tape that down. So just on the edges so it doesn't go into the sponging. And the three colours, can you guess the three colours I'm using today? This is what they are. Can you guess? Give you a moment to have a think and then I'll show you what we're going to use. So I have used crushed curry, pumpkin pie, and copper clay. So they're the three colours we're going to use. So I'm going to start with the yellow at the top. Put that there for inspiration. And I'm using my blending brushes. And I'm going to sort of hold it in place as well. You do have to be careful that you don't sort of lift up. Whoops, I probably should have started off the page. Oh well. You don't want to kind of catch the things. So just carefully sponging. And I've probably gone a bit darker than what I did on my other cards, but that's all good. All right, so we're starting off with some crushed curry. Then we're going to go for the pumpkin pie. So going for the orangey, autumny colours. All right, this one isn't quite as dark, but we can definitely go darker. Let's go with the corners because often everyone goes in the middle of the ink pad. Go to the edge. There's probably a lot of ink on there because you can't really stamp your stamps right on the edge, but for getting ink, oh, look at that. That's nice and bright. Beautiful. Okay, and a bit of grading of colour. You can have a sneak peek and see how it looks if you like. All right, being careful, of course. And then we're going for our copper clay for our last bit at the bottom. One of the in colours. So we'll start off and we will carefully go through with this. Oh, isn't that nice? Sorry, I'm a bit low down. You probably can't see. Let's move up a bit. There we go. Can you see that now? Okay. Let's see how that looks. I will close up some of the ink pads so I don't get ink where I don't want it. And then we're going to carefully lift that up and see how it looks. Ooh, nice. So you can see, I'm just going to try and remove that from my tape. I have gone a little bit brighter with my yellow on this one. So that's quite cool. And you can see sort of the grading of colours and things, which is quite nice. So to clean this, you can get a chamois or a baby wipe and very carefully wipe over it or even run it under the tap and then let it dry. Or just dab it with paper towels or something like that to dry it. The good thing about the white, so in the past they've had darker colour masks, but you can see that there is ink on this and you need to clean it. So that's really good. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward making this card. I'm going to adhere that to a slightly bigger piece. It's just a very narrow 3mm border around it. So 9.8 by 14.1 to be exact. Yeah, putting that around. So it's just highlighting that copper clay colour. And then we're also using some of the copper clay in colour, what is it, baker's twine or twine or whatever, which is like this. Now it is very thick, so putting that on a card, to me, that was too much. So here is a little tip. So I'm going to cut a piece that is slightly wider than the card, because I want it to go across. And this is actually 3, what do you call it? I don't know, 3 threads wide. So I'm actually going to pull them apart so they're not as thick and not as bulky on my card. So can you see what I'm, let's move that out the way. So you sort of got to be careful you don't twist it as you go, but just kind of untwist it and pull it apart. So that's one of them. And then there are two more here. And then, so instead of using linen thread, I'm using this, and it's, you know, ties in with one of the colours of the inks and the cardstock. So that's really cool. There we go. So now I've got 3 pieces. And so that comes, you get a pack with the different colours. So you could try that on cards with other things as well. All right, so I'm going to put some tape on the back, and then I'm going to, this one might be more strands. On the other one, I just got 3, but maybe we can get 4 out of this one. Who knows? I'll make it a bit thinner. I'm sure I got 3 out of the others. Oh, maybe we'll leave it like that. Okay, so adhere on that side, go across. Well, I think I've made it a bit long, but it's okay. Make sure it sticks down. I do like to sort of cross it over a little bit sometimes. Yeah, I didn't probably need to make it quite that long, but it's okay. There we go. Yeah, I'll just trim it at the back. So they're kind of a little bit excess there. Try not to waste it, but all right, there we go. And then just sort of bring them together a bit. And then I'm going to put another bit to tie my bow. So to do that, I've got another piece, and I have already used it on these cards. So this is the final 3 because I've done 2 already. So this is the 3rd, but it's a bit longer than the other one, just so I've got long enough for a bow. But that's just, you know, another way of using this particular in colour twine or whatever. There we go. And it's sort of that ruffled kind of look. All right, so then it's going to go on my card front, and I've just got a standard size card, and it's a thick basic white, so just going to adhere that down. You could put dimensionals if you like, but we'll dimensionalize our sentiment instead. Now, it took me a little while to sort of play around and decide what shape to do with my sentiment. I wanted something different from what I did with the sunflowers last week, which was a double oval punch, and I tried rectangles and I wasn't sure, and I want to do thank you cards because I like to give them to my customers. So I thought, oh, what about a circle? So I've used the circle stylish shapes. So you've got circles and squares and banners. So this sized one. Now usually I'd stamp first and then cut, but just for the sake of time, I have cut them out already. And the thing with these I like is because it's got a bit of stitching around it. So with this one, I kind of felt it was a bit low. I kind of like the embellishment further down. So I'm going to stamp this higher up so I can put a sentiment, embellishment thing below. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals behind it and put it onto my card. So I'm going to put dimensionals above and below so it's not sticking onto that, because sometimes it's not so good. So let's use a couple of mini ones at the top and a mini ones at the bottom, and take those off and put them on. Oh, I didn't emboss that one, did I? Completely forgot. Oh well. I was going to emboss it so you could see, and I forgot to ask as well. But we're going for the clean look. There you go. And then some of the in colour dots. So these come in the 5 in colours. I've got here the Moody Mauve and the Copper Clay. So let's put a medium-sized one down, I don't know, here, and we'll maybe put them a bit closer this time. I'm not sure. What do you reckon? It's always tricky knowing where to put them. That's sort of a triangle kind of direction, and always, where's it gone? It's on my hand. Always odd numbers are good. Maybe like that. They're a bit closer together. I don't know, does it need to be lower down? That'll do. Okay, there we are. So what do you think? Do you like the cleaner finish, or do you like the texture? I'll put them up a bit close for you. Let me know in the comments what you like, texture or just the plain one. And do you like the colouring, a bit of blending around the sentiment, or do you just like leaving it nice and sharp and white and it stands out? So there you go. So hopefully you learned a few tips and things. A great way to use this in colour thread so it's not quite so bulky. Yeah, because that's what it's like normally, but it just sort of tones it down a little bit, which is quite nice. Yeah, Helen says she likes the texture. I think that kind of adds to it as well. So yeah, texture is quite nice. But, you know, if you received that and you hadn't seen the other ones, it would still look nice too. But I do like texture as well. So that uses the Abundant Beauty mask, this one here, which I've still got to clean. Remember, there are other masks in that set. We've got the snowflakes and the houndstooth, which are these ones here. So I'll see what other ideas and things I can come up with the other masks. And of course, you've got the sunflowers. So if you missed seeing those last week, this is what I made. Oh, that's the same. I've got one that's textured too. Or so I thought. But it's not handy. So the sunflowers with the masking too. So if you haven't seen how to make these, check out last week's video. So if you are keen on the Abundant Beauty Abundant Beauty masks, just remember decorative masks. They are very popular and they are a low item at the moment, so they will run out soon. So if you're keen to get them, then I would recommend you order them as soon as possible. Order through my online store. Obviously, it's good if you haven't get some blending brushes as well to go with that. If you can do it through my online store, or you can contact me and I can help you with your order. So just a couple of other things that are happening at the moment before we finish up. I have shared before, but just a reminder, we have our joining up promotion for October. So it's 35 years since Stamping Up started in America, and they're celebrating with a 35% off or 35% more deal if you join up as a demonstrator this month. So joining up anytime is a great offer. Usually it's $189 and you get $285 worth of product. Join during October by the 31st, and if you want to pay less, you get 35% off the starter kit and you only pay $122.85 and you still get $285 worth of product. So that's pretty amazing. If you like to get more, you can pay the normal joining fee of $189 and you get $384.75 up to that of product of your choice, and there's no shipping charges on those. And wait, there's more. So if you join, you get to be a part of the free virtual on-stage demonstrator event on the 11th of November. So a few weeks after you join up, we've got a demonstrator event. Often they're in person, but this one is online and you can participate. It's a great way to see what Stamping Up do, connect with others, be inspired. We get to see next year catalogue at this event. So a perk of being a demonstrator is seeing things early. Obviously the discount is great, the connection, the meeting the people, crafting with others. And I mean, you don't need to feel like I need to have a team as such, but just, you know, a crafting stamping buddy, someone you can enjoy crafting with. If you join up and maybe get together with others and share that with them too. You can order for yourself, or if others order through you, that's a bonus. So other things that are happening too, in case you haven't seen them, there are some papers that have been released that aren't in the mini catalogue. They're a special release. You can see those online. We've also got other new products coming next month. Demonstrators can pre-order them now, and you could even get them as part of your starter kit. So new product is coming too, but there's some wonderful designer series paper, Christmas and otherwise, that you can order. And if you're preparing for Christmas, I know it's a little way to go, and you're looking for some kind of countdown advent calendar, then we've got the Rustic Christmas Countdown Kit, which you can put together, which is very cool as well. So check that out online. So there you go. So different things. If you've got any questions about any of these things, joining up, this papers, the advent calendar thing, do get in contact with me. All right. So here are today's cards again. Well, they're kind of the same. I will leave all three. So yes. So you got any questions, please don't hesitate. Get in contact with me. If you're not on my mailing list, love you to subscribe. You'll be kept up to date with what's happening. You'll get some free exclusive tutorials, and hear about, things that are happening and tips and answer questions and all that kind of thing, to subscribe. And also, actually, you get the 12 weeks of Christmas. So we've had 3 of them, but we've still got the rest to go. You can still get those. And that's an exclusive tutorial that's only on my newsletters, that comes through my newsletters. If you'd like to subscribe, it's stampwithangela.co.nz/free tutorial, and you get a free tutorial when you sign up, or just go to stampwithangela.co.nz and look on my blog, right hand side, there's a sign up details there too. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing some ways to use these masks, using the background ones, the leaves ones. I'd love to see what other colours and combinations that you come up with using these. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to sharing with you again next week. Thanks so much. Bye.